Good morning. It's turned out nice again. Hey, how's it going, guys? You alright? Yeah? We're going to be talking about the Tottenham game in a minute, but first of all, I want to thank those of you that came along to Saturday night streaming. I do appreciate the effort that some of you made to come and see me. It will be the last one for probably 3 or 4 weeks because I'm going away tomorrow. I'm going to see Smooth, my best friend. I ain't seen him since 2019. So I've got a flight tomorrow, Tuesday, a flight Wednesday, and a flight Thursday. So I'm going to be a bit tired. And I'm not going to be around as much over the next couple of days as a result, right? But once I get there, it'll just be business as usual with you guys, all right? So it's not a holiday or anything. I'll be working as usual every day when I'm away, but I'll have limited internet connectivity possibly over the next few days. But I'll do my best, all right? I always feel bad when I go away, like I'm, not taking care of my responsibilities with you guys that support me, the members, the subscribers and things like that, the supporters. But truth be told, people usually say, look, don't go away and enjoy yourself and see us when you get back. But I can't do that. I like to be on here with you guys, you know what I mean? So, I'll be, and there'll be someone in my house. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, I always have someone in my house. Someone's got to look after Remy. Anto Remy, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to no kennels. Yeah, a couple of weeks away, go see my boy, but I will be working as usual, all right? So I just want you to know that. But I'll be in a -5 hours time zone on the UK time, so I'll be starting later in the day, but finishing later in the day. So I wanted to talk to you about the Spurs game. Now, after the game, I recorded a video the minute the full-time whistle went. The minute, they were walking off the pitch, and I was in a state of shock. And someone left a comment, you can't win. This is the people that you have to deal with on the interwebs, right? So someone says, call yourself a Liverpool fan, you don't look very angry. Mate, I was in a state of shock. If you watch the video back, you can see me going, it's like, what the fuck has just happened? You know what I mean? That video was recorded before the apology, And then I had a Tottenham fan, right, say, you're just bitter. You're just bitter. No, I ain't bitter at all. The celebrations by the Tottenham fans and Tottenham players was embarrassing. It really was. Even I have friends that support Tottenham that have admitted that. That doesn't, they don't represent the entire fan base. And I'm sure there's some Tottenham fans that are like, maybe it depends on your age and your maturity. I'm not bitter at all. I have nothing against Tottenham. I quite like Tottenham as a club, to be honest with you. No problems whatsoever. But I just thought it was a bit cringe. Now, this Tottenham fan or whatever, he commented, if it had been the other way around. No, you're completely and utterly wrong. Other Liverpool fans, maybe, I don't represent them. But me, I'd be like, I wouldn't be celebrating that. I'd be like, let's replay it again. Because that's what I'm like, okay? Maybe I'm in a minority, I don't know. But you can't win, so you got Liverpool fans moaning you, you got Tottenham fans moaning you. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Right? If you're a real, genuine football fan, right, that cares about the game and that can put rivalries to one side to be a bit grown up, right, then you would feel the same as I did after that game. I'm sure. If that had happened to Manchester United, I know we have a giggle, but I'd go, I've got to be honest with you, like, they were robbed, So, but you know what, guys, right? Don't be too disheartened by it. I don't want you to be disheartened. Don't want the mood to drop because I feel even more determined and more positive now since that game. We've started the season exceptionally well, and we were fucking, come on, we got done over, right? We got done over. So if that's the only way you can beat us, then fine, right? Because I'm ready for it. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm like really pumped up, guys. Honestly. Now, on Saturday night when we did the stream on here, right? You can imagine what it was like. Everyone was coming into the stream and, all right, guys, how you doing? You all right? No, not really. You know what I mean? Because everyone was depressed. So it was a very difficult night trying to get everyone like G'd up and having a laugh and all that. And, we were, during the stream, that's when, the details of the apology came out. And I've got to be honest with you. Yesterday, I wanted to, when I woke up yesterday morning, I mean, the stream finished at, I don't know, just after 2 my time, 2 a.m. So I was probably in bed for 3, right? And I was up at 6. And I was up fresh, I was up, I can't say fit as a fiddle, but you know what I mean? I was fresh, I weren't hungover or anything. And I was like, right, I want to make a video about this. But you know what? Things have changed so much on the internet today that you can't say boo without risk of being cancelled or losing your YouTube channel or your your web hosting and whatever. Honestly, it's like that. Do you remember my old rants? Do you remember them? Like, when, you know, with the tripod and all that, like effing and blinding, like just not trying to show off, not being big, not being clever. There's nothing big about swearing, but it's passion, right? Especially when it's football. And I thought about, like, how do you start a video and not swear in the first, say, 16 seconds about that topic? I think it might be 8 seconds now. I don't know if they've changed it, but it doesn't matter. The point is, how do you express yourself? And I was raging yesterday. Raging. And I still am, really. And I thought about it again this morning, you know, like, I need to make a video addressing it, you know. And I've even had people message me say, can't wait to see your video done now about that pot. But it's so difficult, guys, to like literally speak your mind. It's so difficult. You can't say nothing today, right? Nothing. You know, I got banned from Twitter, for goodness sake. Although I am on Twitter at Dunk Knows Best. My old account is on there, but there's nobody really following me on there. I'm not bothered about that, but I have got my old account. I'm not allowed to create any new accounts, but I've got an old account. So at Dunk Knows Best if you want to follow me on there. But yeah, I got kicked off there for sticking up for a mum that had a sick child with her that couldn't get through a roadblock by them Just Stop Oil people. And she said, I need to get my child through to hospital. He's sick and they won't move for her. So I retweeted it and just said, well, I'd have got her through regardless of the consequences. Lost my entire account. Never been in trouble with that platform in my life. No takedown warning, no nothing. Boom, everything gone. And I'd had that account since Twitter started. Tens of thousands of followers. I had subscriptions. I had all my friends on there. People I'd met all over the world that have got nothing to do with football. And I had it all yanked from me. And that's what it's like now with big tech, you know. So, I mean, I've got an account on Rumble for Cop Talk, but I don't really use it. But I don't know, maybe, you know, after this trip, maybe I'll come back and set up my own thing or something where I can speak a bit more openly. I don't know. I don't really want to do that. I don't want to be angry. Plus this bird I'm seeing, right? She's, you know what I'm saying? I've got to be on my best behaviour with that one, you know what I'm saying? But in saying that, she did watch Saturday night state streaming and she listened to Crank the Flange, the DKB remix, and she didn't block me. It's on YouTube, Crank the Flange DKB remix. It was recorded professionally in Spain recently when Seano was here. But yeah, she's still hanging around. Don't blame her really. Look at them eyes, beautiful eyes. That's all I've got going for me. Where were we? Being angry. Oh, guys, I could smash this place up. I could be, you know, like just. I don't know. I don't know. VAR is an absolute joke, and I've said it from the start. And this is when you get these rival fans come up. This shows you their maturity. Like, oh, it's different when it's the other way around. No, it's not. I have said from the start, VAR is a joke. It was supposed to replace controversial mistakes or whatever, you know, by referees. And all we've got now is we're discussing the mistakes by VAR. It's an absolute joke. It slows the game down. It's absolutely pointless. It's just terrible. It's terrible. And if anything, we should be able to listen to what's being said during them reviews. It's just ridiculous. I hate it. And it's one of the biggest reasons that I am turned off football today. And I make no secret of that. I say that. I mean, I'll always love Liverpool. But I don't follow football, the top flight game like I used to do, guys. Every weekend, I'd watch around 10 games over the weekend from Friday night right through to Sunday night. I know you got a game on Monday, but the weekend to me is Friday night to Sunday. I'd be watching all different leagues around the world. I'd be watching Australian football at fucking 9 a.m. in the morning on a weekend. You know, love me football, absolutely. Yesterday I went to see my local team get beat 2-0. They're on the fourth tier of Spanish football, right? And the mayor was there because I sit in the president's box, me. And the mayor was yesterday, and he came up and said hello to me. I was like, yeah, hi, mate, how's it going? Yeah. Anyway, so, mayor knows best. But I enjoyed that match. And they lost 2-0. My side lost 2-0. The last kick of the game was the second goal. I mean, honestly, it went in and then referee blew a whistle. It was an absolutely great goal, I've got to be honest, like from miles out. What a great goal that was. If that had been scored by Messi or someone like that, they'd be showing it all day today. Anyway, but I do love my football. But like VAR, even when Liverpool play, you know, when there's no VAR, I'm like, oh, nice one, you know what I mean? And I know it can help you sometimes, guys. I get that. We've seen rival fans calling us Liverpool and all this. Just grow up. You see these numpties on Twitter, innit? They're terrible, them people. The football community on Twitter is terrible. Liverpool Football Club.social. Go to that in your browser. We've got a Mastodon server. That's the rival to Twitter. You won't get any of that shite on there. They're idiots. Ratio. Oh. But I hate it. VAR's a joke. It's an absolute joke. I can't stand it, man. It's nothing to do with that game. It just reinforces what I think. It's an absolute fucking joke. And you sit there for half an hour while they're trying to work a decision out. Fuck off. Part of football for me, right, is the controversial decisions that go against you, right? Part of football for me, a huge part of football, right, was Sunday, Monday, maybe Monday, going to college, going to school, going to your workplace and bantering with other people. You know what I mean? Like, because maybe they'd beat you and it was like, you were like, nah, it was offside, that mate, fuck off. That was it. And then the next time you played that team, you were out for revenge. History, right? History. We don't forget incidents from years ago, right? That's the good thing about football, isn't it? It can be something that happened 30 years ago. These bastards, man. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like women's football or youth football, because it's not that I don't, want these people to do well in their sports. It's just like football for me is not just 11 versus 11, right? It's about the chance, the atmosphere, the memories, and the revenge. Those incidents that go against you. So you could say, well, you've got that now, don't you? You can still banter. I mean, look, that's gone against us. Yeah, but what's the point of it? Well, he was fine with the referee. Who's the bastard in the black? Do you know what I mean? This is why I couldn't make a video over the weekend, because I'd be raging. I mean, I'm not being funny, right? And look, I don't give a fuck what these other football fucking fans of other teams think, right? And I would say this if it had happened the other way around, I'd still say it to Tottenham fans. I'd say, yeah, that's shite, mate. Honestly, man, what the fuck? But fuck off, fly. I hate flies. We've had so many flies this year out here. Can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Can you imagine losing a title because of a couple of points? You dropped a couple of points in a game like that. Now, I'm not saying that, I know there's lots of people like, oh, it's rigged. It's rigged. It's fixed. There's a conspiracy against us. Fans of all clubs say this, right? So I'm not going down that route. And mistakes can happen, right? Mistakes can happen. But if it was a referee making that mistake on the pitch, I could kind of semi-accept it, because he's a human being and he's only got his eyes. He hasn't got the benefit of replaying something zillions of times and zooming in and looking at it from different angles. How the fuck can you make a mistake like that? It's incredible. And you're like, how much? I mean, imagine being relegated because of that. Like if you're another team and you go down because of something like that. Some fans say, oh, you don't think about other teams. Fuck right off. I do think about it. And it's not right. This can cost, clubs millions and millions of pounds. I don't understand why you can't sue the fuckers, mate, man. You know what I mean? I just don't get it. But that makes me sound butthurt, doesn't it? It makes me sound butthurt and pathetic. And, this is the thing. With a traditional referee taking charge of the game, before VAR, my attitude used to be, well, these things iron themselves out over the course of a season. You know what I mean? Like, you get ripped off in one game, you lose unfairly, the referee's made a mistake, they review it after the game, the so-called analysts, and go, well, he was onside, look, and you go, I've always had the attitude previously, well, over the course of a season, we get some of them as well, right? That's fine. And you could argue, well, isn't that not the case with VAR? I don't give a fuck about that, because these people have the equipment in the room, the studio, the fucking shed, wherever the fucking sat knocking one out, to review this stuff over and over again. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. It's no wonder everyone that joined my stream on Saturday night was fucking, I can't even say the word. Feeling like no longer wanting to be around, if you know what I mean. Begins with S, ends in L. Can't even say it because YouTube picks the words up and they'll flag the video. I just don't know. I don't know. I want to put the issue to bed, but why should it be put to bed? Because why? It's not just about Liverpool Football Club, right? No other teams should be subjected to this. Even United, Everton, whatever. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be subjected to it. It's the biggest league in the world with billions of, revenue exchanged around, between the clubs and in the industry. And they can't get stuff like this, right? There's something not right, really. There's something not right. But you know what? Rather than letting it depress you, I want you to be upbeat and think my team would have won that game, or certainly wouldn't have fucking lost the game. I mean, our boys, man, we had 9 men. 9. And they're celebrating like that. They had 12. At least 12. And I don't dislike Tottenham. Yeah, I had my Tottenham friends bantering with me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's fine. I love that. That's cool. It's football. But, they were like, well, to be honest, don't. Because we're grown-ups. You know what I mean? But no team should have to go through that. No team should have to go. But be positive. You've got to be positive. You've got to put it behind you and say, that's fine. Fuck it. If that's all you've got. If that's all, we're going to lose like that. Fine. That's all right. Because we'll come back. You know what I mean? Next game. Don't be disheartened. Don't be disheartened. Do not let the outcome of that game spoil or tarnish how we've started this season. And, if you see a Liverpool fan out there, a fan, so-called fan, slating Matip online, give him a virtual caution or because can't be doing with that, poor lad. This is why I couldn't make a video on Sunday, guys. And then you got some cheeky little snotty little on here saying, you don't look very angry, very upset. I'll show you angry. And I'm passive as... Very up to here with these idiots. He can't comment on my YouTube channel anymore. You can't even joke. I was going to pick this up and say, if I saw you, do you know what I mean? But you can't even joke. If I saw you, I'd do you a lovely omelette. Give you an omelette. Leave you with a face like Harry Kane. Oh, it's not a Kane. Oh no, there's a Tottenham connection. Right. What's the reason for the video? I'll tell you what the reason of the video for is. Purely, one, to diss VAR and say it's an absolute joke. An absolute joke. And there has to be, an inquiry. There's going to be an inquiry. Don't give us our points back, does it? Don't help us. I want to know what happened. I want to know what happened. What did he say? What was the communication? What did they say? What was the communication? Not just for Liverpool, but for every football club in every division that is subjected to VAR. Don't be disheartened, guys. If anything, it should make you more determined. More determined. Is that the only way you can beat us, you fuck? Do you know what I mean? Do not be disheartened. Fed up, pissed off, annoyed. Yes. Life goes on, right? We'll be all right. But don't ease off on demanding answers. You think that your voice isn't important. It really is important because collectively we have a massive voice. And I don't understand why the fans allow football governing bodies just to change the game and do what they want with it. It's our game. It's not their game. It's our game. But it's only our game if collectively we protest and demand answers. So if you've got a social media account, even with 20 followers, you reply to all of these things. You follow the official accounts for these football bodies and you reply and you be sensible because you're representing Liverpool Football Club. All right? And other fans see your comments. and they will use it against our club and our other fans, right? You comment in there, say, this is disgusting, sort it out. We want answers. Because these people monitor all this stuff. I'm not saying your voice is going to change anything. But you've got a voice. So don't just sit there going, no, get on there, get on them social media platforms. Send an email to them. You've got as much right to email them as anything. Because at the end of the day, they'll go, I've not read these emails, but fuck me, we're getting thousands. Do something. But not just for your own selfish reasons. Not just because Liverpool got beat. Just say this shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't happen to any football club, even our arch rivals. If we're going to play Manchester United, if we're going to beat Manchester United, I want to beat them fair and square. Covered in Remy's dog hairs. I don't want to. And there's been instances over the years, right, when we've had players that have maybe, like people could say Luis Suarez or something like that, and it wins us a game or something if they've done something, cheated or something. I'm not down with that, guys. I don't want that in my club. Fuck that. No, I want to win fair and square. That's why, like if I was a Man City fan, I won't be like glory, like, oh, we're so great. I'd be like, well, I hope these charges are better be dismissed because I don't want to be celebrating winning a title that was not won fairly. Fuck that right off. It's like these fuckers that cheat on computer games and stuff like that. You're only cheating yourself. We were seconds away from being heroes against Tottenham. And I want to spell this out. I don't have a problem with Tottenham, man, at all. I think they were embarrassing, like, the way they celebrate. What's that all about? Look, I'm even spitting on myself. What's that all about? We've won European Cup finals and celebrated less than that. Them Arsenal fans are right about them fuckers, aren't they? Right, I'm off. Shite under my eye, I think. I don't know if I'll get another video out to you today. I haven't started any work. I've got a pack. I've got a few things to sort and do. I will be here tomorrow morning. I hope I'm here tomorrow morning. So I suspect I will get some content out to you before I leave. Please do keep the comments coming on the videos. Even if it's just do you know what I mean? Like, just I appreciate the comments because they're what I spend all day. When I go outside and have a cup of coffee or tea or whatever, I always like the first thing I do is sit down with my drink and I open YouTube to see what the comments are. I like to see what you guys have got to say. But yeah, I'll be away. I'm going away tomorrow, right? And in all honesty, I guess it might not be Friday till I surface again. But no, actually saying that. I am staying in, I'm breaking the trip up on the way. So I'll do my best, right? All right, I'll do my best. And thanks to those of you that watch my content for the right reasons. Thanks to those of you that, take the time out and press that thumbs up button. Thanks to those of you that take the time, because I know many of you are very busy and you put the videos on in the background, or even some of you, even when you're bombing up and down the M62 or whatever. Or wherever you are in the world, you listen to the videos and maybe can't comment, but I do appreciate those that take the time out to comment. Thanks to those of you that are supporters or members of this YouTube channel. Without you, I wouldn't be here. It's so true. It's very true, guys. I genuinely wouldn't be here. It's true. I wouldn't be able to get by, and deal with all the things that I have to deal with. So I'm very grateful to those of you that support me like that, but I know many of you can't and would if you could. But it don't cost you anything to thumbs up the video or leave me a nice little comment. And of course, my VIP members. All the info's in the video description. Just the super thanks button. Yeah, don't forget to hit the super thanks. Because I'm going away and I'm going on my jollies. You know what I mean? Hit that super thanks button. Get myself a drink. So, yeah. All right, guys. I better crack on. Let me know your thoughts. And is there anything else that you want to discuss? I'll read all the comments as they come in. Don't let it dishearten you. Okay? Don't let it dishearten you. Keep smiling.